they're all doing it. It's LA, bro. Like they all have like these 5 girlfriends that are supporting them, and the girls have other boyfriends. They don't tell, and it's this whole fucked up thing. But like I said, for me, like I said, it's not a moral thing. It's not for me, it's not a monetary thing. Obviously, I'd much prefer to give a girl money, fuck her, and be done. But for me, if the girl's not into me, then I'm just like, I'm not into sex. So that's the hang. But no, I like
that's actually healthy.
Yeah,
I mean it is. I mean, people make these big judgments. They're gonna make big judgments on you, first of all, because you're doing some stuff that's just like so far to the right end of the spectrum, it doesn't even make sense. Like, how the fuck is he pulling all this off? It's like, it seems unattainable. So they're gonna make, well, this guy's wrong, and I would never do that. And they're saying a bunch of crazy shit because the way you're living is just so bizarre. But at the end of the day,
that's the thing. Like, people just like can't wrap their hands around the fact that like because so many guys are paying right now. Like, people are tricking off in record numbers. Like, because of Instagram and all this stuff, and the access that people have,
like, tricking off being paying for sex
in like record numbers. Like, it's unbelievable.
First of all, it should be legal. Just like getting a massage should be legal.
Yeah,
100%. Nobody wants to rub your feet. Nobody wants to suck your dick. But you should be able to pay both of them.
It's the oldest profession, like, since the history of time.
It is. It is. Well, not only that, they taught chimpanzees the value of currency. They gave chimpanzees coins. And they gave them coins, and then every time the chimps would give the coins back to the people, they'd give them candy. You know what the chimps did? The first fucking thing they did, they gave female chimps and they fucked them. That's the first thing they did. And the researchers were like, Jesus, that is number one. The first thing they did.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I used to have a whole bit about it. It's nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. And like, making pleasure a crime is ridiculous. There's no victim. No one's getting hurt. Think of all the shitty jobs that you can get paid to do. You can get paid to clean toilets. You can get paid to fucking insulate attics. There's a lot of terrible jobs.
How about you can get paid to mop up the cum on a fucking, on the floors of the house or whatever. So it's just like, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I have no issues with it. I think it should be legal.
It's a victimless crime.
Yeah, I just like I said, for me, it's the mental thing. Like, I got I couldn't fuck all the girls if I had 5 dicks. So it's like, what what's the point? And I'm not like bragging. No, like, I didn't used to. I'm just I'm just kicking the real deal. It's like I would.
It. I said there's no victims. I guess there's victims of some prostitution, right? There's people that are abducted, and there's certain people that are like sex trafficked, sex slaves. That's real. But we're not talking about that.
Yeah, but
we're talking about
that's exactly what you said, though. That's sex slavery. That's not really like a girl saying, "Hey, I want X for Y." That's her saying, "Hey, you got to do this, or you're getting your ass beat."
There's a way big difference between that and a lot of what you see in LA. As these girls, they want to wear the nice purses and have nice shoes, and they don't really want a job, and they want to live in a nice apartment, but they don't want to work. How do I work this out?
And by the way, getting back to your last thing, if it was legal, there wouldn't be, the pimp saying, "Hey, you're going to do this and you get your ass beat." It would all be regulated.
Just like drug dealers.
Yeah, and also then they'd be getting, tested, and there'd just be like a whole regulated system.
Exactly. I mean, as much as I hate pain pills, and as much as I've lost friends to pain pills and oxys and all this different shit, there's no fucking wars being fought over it. There's not blood in the streets of Juarez, Mexico over pain pills. All that shit is over drugs that are illegal.
Yeah.
As soon as those drugs become legal, I think probably less people would use them, and you'd get tax dollars from them, and at least there would be some sort of a solution in terms of like treatment and responsibility, and you'd be able to look at it a little bit differently.
Yeah, I just think there's too much money in kickbacks for that to happen, but I totally agree. I mean, I think alcohol is far worse for you than many drugs, and I mean, how many times have you seen people get into fights or shoot people or wreck their cars because they're high on high on weed? It never happens.
Never happens.
On alcohol, more people are dying from alcohol-related deaths than they are firearms, but they want to ban the guns.
Yeah, there's a lot of real problems with that for sure. And, there's also these companies, like the company that makes fentanyl. That's how they say it? Fentanyl? It's a super strong painkiller that's 10 times at least more powerful than Oxycontins. I believe that's what the number is. They're spending $500,000 just to keep marijuana illegal in Arizona. because they're, you know, they've got it on the ballot to make it recreationally legal in the state of Arizona, and so they're putting out all these ads, and they have this whole campaign to try to sway people, but they're just doing it for business. There's nothing to do with public safety or health. See that fucking thing about Hillary Clinton? One of the WikiLeaks things that Hillary Clinton, the WikiLeaks released some paper where she was in communication with bankers, one of the emails, and she was saying that she was going to stop weed, that she was going to make sure that weed was not legal, that she was going to do her best and stand her ground and all this nonsense. Leak reveals Clinton promised bankers to stand against marijuana legalization. Like, what the fuck, Hillary?
She's pretty brutal.
Just what the fuck? I know you're bought and sold, but don't you have enough money, lady? How much money you need? Unless you're gambling with Dan Bilzerian, where the fuck's all your money going?
I mean, it's kind of funny because what do they pay these presidents? Like $250K a year? But they all
$400,000 a year, and they're all worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, or billionaires, you know?
It's insane.
Like, yeah.
Well, not only that, like she was trying to say that once Bill got out of the office, he was dead broke. Well, you're not dead broke now, so how the fuck did you guys make all that money? They're worth hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah. And it's all from speaking arrangements and pay to play and weird fucking shady deals they have with banks, and they do these speeches that nobody wants to fucking hear, and they pay them $250,000 an hour. It's all pot.
Yeah, I mean, the more money you have and the more you kind of rub shoulders with these people, you kind of get a look behind the curtain and you see that, you know, it's just, it's, I mean, politics, if you look up the definition of politics, I mean, it's like bullshitting, right?
Yeah.
That's like basically.
Well, that is being political,
yeah,
right? Is not being yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is the opposite
bullshit.
of what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, you're kind of like an anti-politician in a lot of ways. But what I want to get at, though, is do you get hit up because you're so wealthy? Do you get hit up by people that are in the political spectrum that want to use your influence and you have, how many fucking followers do you have?
It's 19 point something on Instagram, 10.5 million on Facebook and Twitter, so whatever. But I mean, yeah.
That's insane. That's more than the whole UFC.
Yeah, the reach is crazy. You know,
yeah, look
Snapchat,
at that. 19.2 million followers. That's crazy. And it's all just pictures of you grabbing titties. Right here. This one's hilarious. It's like someone told you that you should post something more.
Well, my team is like, you got to clean this up, you know, like, you know, there's big money.
I'm gonna be your new team. Fuck your team.
Exactly. Like, they're like, there's all this money out there, this The Rock, he got paid $17 million to endorse Ford. They're like, you can make all this money.
He did?
Yeah.
What'd he do? Did he just drive a truck?
He drive a truck and does a Ford.
17 million. It's probably worth it though for them. The Rock
strong.
has like 67 million or some insane shit, but he's a goddamn movie star.
Yeah, no,
you're a dude who takes pictures with chicks.
That's the thing, you know. Like, I feel like I gotta be maybe like the most famous guy that never had like a TV show or like a real talent.
Oh, 100%. There's no one even close.
It's kind of rare to be like number one in anything, you know. So that's kind of cool.
You're the number one baller.
Well, I don't know about that.
From America, you're the number one baller. I'm giving you the crown right now. If I had a little Burger King crown, I'd put it on your head.
I could tell you some stories about some guys.
They don't know who you are. They don't. Yeah. Nobody knows who they are.
Yeah,
you're the number one public baller.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure.
I'm the only guy that's kind of putting it out there because you know most guys they got a job, they got a wife, they got family, you know, whatever. I just kind of just said fuck all of it, you know, like they can accept me or not, and I'm just gonna do it all.
How old are you?
35.
Do you think that there's going to come a day when this is going to be tired? And if it does come a day, do you think you're ever going to go the marriage route? Is that possible at this point?
So look, you know, I'm a gambler, but I don't want to bet half a minute worth on my love a girl forever. But you know, that's not to say that I wouldn't, you know, have a girlfriend or you know, I'm capable of being monogamous. You know, it's just, for me, it's more about options. Really. Like at the end of the day, like it comes down to most guys are in relationships. I feel like because it's either, hey, I'm gonna jerk off on Saturday night, or I gotta put up with her shit and I get laid, you know. And it's like, and a lot of it's out of laziness, a lot of it's out of lack of options, whatever the case may be. But it's not correct. Like for me, I think a correct relationship is a guy that could be fucking, you know, 5 or 10 girls, and he chooses to hang out with this one girl because he likes her. He likes hanging out with her, and she hangs out with him because she enjoys his company. And regardless of what the reason is, you know, because a lot of people are like, oh, you know, they're a gold digger, they want to hate on him. But, you know, at the end of the day, if a guy has made his money from, you know, successful business and, you know, being smart and he hasn't fucked it off, like, you know, or he's a doctor, whatever, that to me is more of a part of who that guy is than a girl that's just born hot. So for a guy to like a girl just because she's hot, I feel like that's super.
Well, too. Hopefully.
She does, but I'm saying a lot of guys are with a girl just because she's hot, and they don't really get as much shit as a girl that's with a guy because he's successful because he has money.
It's true. It is true. It is true. Like the guy who earned that money, it's his character, his willpower, and his discipline has allowed him, his smarts has allowed him to earn that money. Or he's just
once you got money, I mean, you got every asshole and their mother with their hand out, you know, trying to scam you, and I mean, it's easy to, you know, fuck it off or, you know, make bad investments or, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it is. It is a funny little